After US seizes Russia oil tanker, Russia has said that we are monitoring the move, Moscow calling the seizure illegal, saying it violates the law of the sea. The Russian lawmaker calling it even piracy. So clearly escalating tensions. A high seas seizure of a Russian-flagged oil tanker by US forces has brought Washington and Moscow to the brink of new diplomatic clash because Russia has called this move illegal, while the US says that it was enforcing sanctions linked to Venezuela. Senior consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary joins us on the broadcast with the details. And Srinjoy, what does this indicate? US-Russia nearing tensions after this oil tanker seizure, because indications from both sides seem to be hinting that things could escalate further.
Yes, this is the new crisis that appears to be sort of beginning, because at this point, the Americans have seized a Russian tanker, the Marinera, called the Bella 1 in the past. Now the Bella 1 is the Russian-flagged tanker which was carrying Venezuelan oil. Now there was a blockade of Venezuela, and this blockade was in place, but the Bella 1 had managed to slip through. But it has been seized by the Americans. Now what is the result? The Russians are very cross. They have said they're monitoring the situation. They may have moved some of their military assets like submarines into the North Atlantic. This is just a shadow of 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis. But nevertheless, while it's just a shadow of the Cuban Missile Crisis, when the world nearly went into World War III, this is still a serious situation, because here is America seizing a Russian tanker carrying Venezuela oil after having slipped through a blockade of Venezuela by American naval ships in the North Atlantic, intercepted by American ships, and then seized. Russia is very cross. It's monitoring the situation. It has moved its naval vessels towards the North Atlantic. What we want to see is what Russia will do. That's the first thing. And if this crisis escalates, how President Trump will react vis-a-vis the Ukraine-Russia situation. So now a lot of imponderables have to be looked at. We don't know what the Russians will do. We don't know what America will do as a result.
Okay.
What we do know is that this is the beginning of a serious crisis.
Okay, all right. Do stay with us. We have more developments coming.